Hey, what's up, guys? It's Randy, Unique Design, and we're here on our first week of quarantine. Once again, I promised you guys that I'm going to try to put out this blog on a step-by-step on how to start a clothing brand. So let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. And what we're going to cover today is what is a brand? And that's kind of important, right, if you're starting a clothing brand, to understand what a brand is. And so let's go ahead and explore that a little bit more, because before you can take any other steps, you kind of got to understand what a brand is and what having a brand does for your company. So what is a brand? You know, a lot of companies come to us and they'll have a logo or a design, and they'll say, hey, let's go ahead and create a clothing brand based off this logo or design. Now, having a logo is a great thing, and we'll cover that in another episode. It's a great start to have a logo, but a logo necessarily doesn't mean that you have a brand. I'm wearing a Unique Design shirt with our logo on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's just brand. You know, this basically helps people identify you in the marketplace. People, understand who you are, and separates you from your competition, but it's not necessarily a brand. And you know, people come to us with a great design and say, hey, I got this design, I want to put together a brand. And having a design is a great thing, but eventually that design will sell to where people don't want to buy it anymore. It gets played out, or it gets duplicated. So a design just doesn't have a longevity like you would if you were creating a brand. So on the whole subject of a brand and understanding what a brand is more than a clothing company. It's more than merchandise. The brand entails everything about what your company is, you know. And why is it important to have a brand? Okay, having a brand does a lot for you. It gives you sustainability. Let your company last a lot longer than you would if it was a product or just a design. It helps establish loyalty. For instance, you know, I'm wearing a pair of Jordan 3s right now because I've been in love with the Jordan brand since I was a kid. And, I'm loyal to the Jordan brand when it comes to buying shoes. And that's just something I've carried on ever since, I've been a kid. Also helps you dictate price. You know, there's having a brand, you can ask for more than what, the product essentially is worth, because, you put a lot of effort behind in building a brand. And also establish trust. With that being said, is some brands you buy because you trust the quality, you trust what they're about, you trust, their morals of their brand. So having a brand does a lot for you rather than just having a product or just having a design. Let's jump into that. Selling a product. Let's just say you're selling a black t-shirt, and people are going to look for a black t-shirt. They're going to look for the cheapest shirt. If one's $5 and one $8, they're going to buy the $5 shirt. Now, let's say, again, a Jordan brand t-shirt, you have the Jordan logo on it, which sells for $35, $50. T-shirt sells for $5. People say, well, you're buying the logo. Sort of, but also you're buying the product because you trust the quality, you trust the price. And it's going to give you a lot more than just buying a black t-shirt. So again, you can get a lot more trust and a lot more price when you actually have a brand. So what is a brand? A brand is everything that your company does. If you're a solopreneur, you're just starting out, you essentially are your brand right now. A brand is your company's message. I like to tell people a brand is your company's culture and how to convey that culture to your customer. A lot of times I talk about Red Bull because there's a lot of energy drinks out there, but Red Bull, it gives you wings, and Red Bull attracts athletes. So many people of so many ranges where they're pushing the edge. So when you think of Red Bull, you're not necessarily thinking of an energy drink. You're thinking about the culture and the lifestyle of Red Bull. And so that's how they're able to sell and they're able to market, because they built a brand based on, pushing the limits of everything. And so when you're thinking about creating a brand, you want to think about the entirety of your company, how you convey your messages to your customers, how you relate to people, and what your culture is, and your lifestyle, and having that bleed through into everything you do. If you're a design company like us, you can't say, well, we're a creative company, and then you come in here and it's a bunch of cubicles. Obviously, we're trying to push the boundaries of being creative, so we're going to show that with everything that we do. So having a brand is more than a logo, it's more than a product, it's more than a design. It's basically your entire culture of what you want to convey to your customers. And you can do that in so many ways and so many things. So we're trying to keep this under 5 minutes. So today's episode is, what is a brand? And we'll jump a little bit more into that with our next episode on, creating a logo. You guys have a great day.